Hey guys, Wyvern's here with
Dancing Dragon.
and we're here today to bring you a top list that was actually requested to me by a personal friend. You saw my Snakewood walkthrough or my Snakewood playthrough, and he wanted me to do a top list of things that would change about the Pokemon games. Now, Dancing Dragon knows a little bit about this. She's played through one of them.
Halfway through.
Well, you got the Cinnabar. I mean, that's basically about the time you get the Cinnabar. That's the end of the game anyhow. I mean, you get the Cinnabar, you fight the Cinnabar gym, you do the final gym, and then you leave 4. That's it. But before we start, I actually wanted to let you guys know that yes, I said I wasn't going to be putting up a video, but this is a special video because I'm feeling better after a sickness. And with this holiday being about the holiday of thanks, I want to give thanks to a few people. First thing I want to do is I want to give thanks to you guys for watching my videos, liking, giving comments, and being part of the conversation. It lets me really know that those who are watching and are subscribed are enjoying what you see. Next people I want to thank actually is my family. My family could drive me crazy sometimes, but all families do that. And this holiday season wouldn't have been the same without them. Now, with me being sick lately, I actually want to thank Dancing here. She's been with me the past 2 nights as I've been sick, helping taking care of me.
Yeah, it's not been pretty, but
so I want to thank you. Thank you. It was very helpful. It really shows she cared, and I love her. My final thanks, and this is not sponsored, but actually goes to the great doctors at MedExpress for prescribing me the heavy-powered steroid that helped me do this today. So yeah, guys, go to your doctors if you're not feeling well. Please.
Don't be bullheaded like he was when I had to fight him to get him to go.
No one's supposed to know that. Anyways.
Wait.
So this is the top list of things that I would change if I was in charge of making a Pokemon game. Number 1, it wouldn't be static. What this means is when you play Pokemon, what is it? 2 Pokemon standing at each other throwing hits at each other.
Yeah.
These creatures are supposed to be mythical, wild creatures. When you see 2 wolves fight, are they standing at each other just throwing punches? No, they're dodging, moving, using the environment. They're actually taking sneak attacks and being ruthless, taking them back to their den and piling them with everyone else. And that's what I want to see. I want to see a more wild animal intimate action with this. Now, I'm not talking about furry when I say intimate, so don't get all freaky here. I want to see them being able to use the environment sneakily, hide in the woods, and then come out of nowhere when they're not being able to be seen. I want to see them able to draw them into a surprise attack with other Pokemon.
Yeah, I would have to say that probably could make it more fun. Yeah, you are right. Wolves, they don't just stand there and, here, take my paw, I'll take yours, So I would honestly have to agree with you. Yeah, that probably would be one of the big things to change.
Number 2, believe it or not, Nintendo company sources have showed that most of the company's buyers are adults. I understand these games are contacted for kids, but these are Pokemon. They're supposed to be scary. They're supposed to be powerful creatures that we can command in our hands, with the power to shake islands and cause tsunamis. I want more extremely visual Pokemon. When I see a Pokemon like Groudon, I look at it and it's like, oh, he's pretty cool. But when I play the game as an adult, I want to be able to say, this thing would kill me.
Yeah. But,
seeing it as it like for kids, I don't see it ever happening. But even if Nintendo brought off a side series just for their adult contents, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I guess I could see that.
Okay, so number 3, and understand guys, I'm just listing these out. These are not top list, it's just a list. So don't get freaky if one's higher than the other. It's just a whole general list. The next one is, I feel like it's the same thing over and over. Get a Pokemon from the professor, leave home, do the Elite Four, you beat the game.
Yeah.
You haven't seen this, but there are Pokemon contests. They're called, believe, coordinators. There's breeders. There's connoisseurs. I would like a game where you can choose your path at the very beginning. Where it's like, what do you want to be? Do you want to work on being a Pokemon master? Do you want to work on being an expert connoisseur? And then have a story built on it. Because not everyone likes battling Pokemon.
No, but I mean, you don't have that choice in the actual game. But if you could have a choice,
that's something that everyone would enjoy. You don't have to battle Pokemon. You could be able to be a Pokemon doctor like Nurse Joy. You'd be able to breed them. And like, you can even be like, you can even choose to be a professor in training.
Or just take care of them.
That's what a did. Yeah, that's what a breeder would be. It'd be someone who'd take care of them after they're done breeding. That's why the TV show is highly popular. Because they invest on something more than battling. Number 4. I would like to see a good bad system. Like at the very beginning of the game. If you choose to be like a Pokemon trainer. I would like to like have a point in the game where you could choose to play as the bad guy or the good guy. And then the story changes based off of what you chose. It doesn't have to be like, in other words, like let's say in Pokemon Fire Red and Leaf Green, when you got to the Nugget Bridge, he gave you a nugget and offered you to join Team Rocket, except you weren't allowed to accept. In a game kind of like what I'm talking about, that's where you'll accept it, get a change in costume, and then be able to work under Team Rocket instead of doing the actual badges. Give it like a good bad system. So it's like 2 different storylines, so people want to play it more than once.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I kind of agree on that.
And plus, I mean, like everyone has this theory that Giovanni was actually a good guy in the game, because everything was to stop Mewtwo, the world's most powerful and dangerous Pokemon. Well, we're not sure of this because we don't see this in the game. But if something like this was true, we'd be able to see Giovanni's or Team Rocket's side of the story of why they're doing everything. You know, so you'd be able to see it on 2 different perspectives, from some random kid just beating everybody up and trying to be the best, to a government organization actually trying to do something. You'd be able to see both sides and decide if truly they are good or bad. My next one, and this is a big one, is I would love it to be placed in a semi-apocalyptic world. Now, before all you fans go, oh, Pokemon and zombies! Oh, Pokemon and zombies! No, that's not what I mean. What I mean is that the region's evil team, like Team Rocket or someone, was able to conquer the land, take control of the legendary Pokemon, and cause havoc across the region. And it's up to you, a child, from a person in a resistance space, to hide under cover and try to gain power to take down his ranks, aka the gym leaders, solve many mysteries, and try to bring the land back into peace.
Almost like Scooby-Doo.
Well, sort of, kind of, but not really. Kind of like in that Phineas and Ferb movie we saw.
Yeah, okay.
That's something I'd definitely love to see. It's a semi-apocalyptic world where the bad guys won, the good guys are dead, and the resistance has to leave off where the good guys left off. And you're the only one left who's able to do this. But you have to start from the bottom and work your way up. So it's kind of like being a Pokemon trainer, but instead you got a bigger goal and just be a master.
Okay, I agree.
There was an idea I was thinking, and maybe like not an MMORPG, or instead like a MRPG. Instead of it being like a massive multiplayer, it'd be a massive role-playing game. In other words, all the Pokemon in one game, all of the regions. But, Reverend, I can now use my Squirtle from Region 1, level it up to 100, and wipe the rest of the game. No. once you get to another region, you're not allowed to use your past region Pokemon. Makes you start all over.
So you have to retrain it and everything now.
Well, you'd be able to choose a new starter from that region and train all over. So you're not overpowered.
But what if people don't want to do that though?
Well, the thing was, it's a half and half situation, because anyone who's played Gold and Silver and Crystal can remember that once you got done with the Johto region, you were able to go to Kanto region with the Pokemon you already had. However, you were totally overpowered and that part of the game was useless. However, what if instead the Pokemon from that region were put in a separate Pokedex and the Pokemon from that Pokedex is not allowed to go with you? And you had to start all over. So it was like you were walking into battles of level 40 or 50 Pokemon trainers, but instead level 4 or 5 Pokemon trainers like you did at the very beginning of the game. And have the game being more evolved. So where it's like, instead of it being the same thing over and over, maybe villains from other regions are working together to try to take over newer regions. That's something I would love to see. There would be no reason for trading. There would be no reason for over-leveling, because it doesn't matter. You're not going to be able to take them with you. And this would truly be the ultimate challenge.
Okay.
And that would truly be able to see who is a real Pokemon trainer. But yeah, it's definitely my top list of things I would love to see change in a Pokemon game. There was one other I was thinking of, but from there, I mean, Pokemon Conquest takes that one. It was that Pokemon had a lot of wars, and you would be at the time of a warring era. Well, Pokemon Conquest already did that for us, but I mean, what are you going to do? But that's something I would definitely love to see. And by the way, please give us a dad.
Yeah, you see,
You see your mom, but you never see your dad. The only time you've seen your dad was in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, and the Hoenn region. We need a dad, guys. Or we're all going to be growing up fucked up as Giovanni. And we all don't want no bunch of crazy Giovannis going around. So get us a dad in the game, please. Even if it's just like dad's an important trainer and he's off and you have to meet up with him and we get the battle. And that's your rite of passage as a true trainer in your father's eyes. Like they did in like Emerald and that. That would be great. Just give us a dad.
Right.
I feel lonely without a dad. But yeah, so that's my list. Tell me what you think in the bottom below. Anything else I might have forgot. Anything you guys might not even like. Post in the comment section below. Just don't go, oh, that's stupid, you're such a scrub. We're not going to take that kind of conversation here. We're going to have ourselves a good, clean conversation.
Right.
So yeah, you guys go ahead, like below, give us a comment. Let us know what you think. We could start up a whole conversation. So, still Wyvern.
And Dancing Dragon.
Signing out.
Bye.
Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Later.